This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2005 Ford F350 crew cab dually long bed. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It's the FX4 off-road suspension package, and it's a Lariat, which is leather. Has very low miles, 130,894 actual miles. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in Phoenix. We bought it. Brought it down here. It's on a salvage title due to theft, not collision, obviously. Basically, the insurance company's attorneys don't want their client, the insurance company, sued by anyone who buys this from us. Obviously, the insurance companies have more money than Wheel Kinetics, so a good lawyer would like to sue the company with $1 billion rather than us. So by giving it a salvage title, they've divorced the truck for the insurance company. If it was on a clear title, we sold it to you, something happened, they would say there was some implied warranty with the clear title, blah, 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 and they go after the insurance company. I think it was Geico in this one. But anyway, it has nothing to do with crash or anything. It has to do with attorneys and liability. We bring them here, we do an inspection. My guys hand me this. Runs and drives great. Let's see what we did to it. All right, first of all, ignition, and I know the column was pretty busted up too, so we had to fix the ignition and the column. We had to recover the driver front driver seat and passenger seats, front seats, seat cushions. We also had to repair a tear in the rear seat cushion and repaired center console pad. Number 3 glow plug was bad. We replaced that. We installed the tailgate cap. My guys want you to know that the truck has a previously installed aftermarket cat. I also know that it has a sinister aftermarket coolant filter, which is very good, and new intake air intake system. Previous owner clearly liked this truck quite a bit. Took really good care of it. After that, after we did the seats, and all we had to do was a detail, ignition column detail, and that's what we have now. Previous owner put these tires on the truck very recently, BFG all-terrains. They look like they're probably 80 or 90% tread, which means he was willing to part with $1,500 plus tax, so you know, $1,700 or $1,800 right before it got stolen. The only cosmetic issues this thing has is it came from Las Vegas. It was a Las Vegas truck. It probably was stolen there and brought down to Phoenix, driven to Phoenix. It's got faded bumper cover top. You could buy a black bumper cover top and not paint it. That would cure that probably pretty quickly. It's got fading on the hood and on the roof. I normally tell people I wouldn't even consider doing anything about that, except for the fact that this truck is actually really pretty and needs nothing at all. So if you're going to spend $1,000 on something, maybe the hood and the roof and a bumper cover or upper bumper cover might not be a bad idea. Now that being said, as far as the truck mechanically and for what you're probably going to be doing for it, I'm sure this isn't a family vehicle. This is be towing stuff. I don't think you're going to care, but it's a really good looking truck. I see a little slight push indent, like right there. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not. It's really subtle, like almost like a lean on thing instead of something didn't hit it. It looks like somebody leaned into it or something. Anyway, if you go to the photo gallery, you can see anything I point at, you can actually see in slow motion and look at it. And that's my job in this video, really, is to point out what's wrong. There's a little ding here, a little scrape here. It's not so much to tell you what's right with the trucks, with anything we buy. My job is to show you what's wrong. That way you can make a good decision. We'll have 800 to 1,000. In this truck, probably 1,500 people a day see this thing online. So there's no point in us leaving anything out, because there's going to be plenty of people out there who are fine with the faded hood and the faded roof and whatever else. What's not fine is if we leave something out and a guy in Minnesota buys it, pays us by wire, ships it there, and finds out that, you know, we left something out that was real obvious, and that's not going to work for us. 130,900 miles on this truck right now, glow plugs. And so we're going to go into the hood here in a second. We let all the lights clear here. 130,900. This thing just came back from detail, so it's nice and warm. So this is a good test of it. We'll be taking off the oil cap in a second. First, we're going to start with looking for Ford stamps on the fenders. There's one right there, so it's original fender. There's another one right there on the core support. So you got an air intake, aftermarket air intake. Got an aftermarket Mishimoto aluminum radiator. Those things are really expensive. There's your Sinister coolant filter. And I would expect to see no blow-by because of all that stuff they've got on here. Keeps the oil clean, everything clean. Yep, none. That's beautiful. Previous owner knew what he was doing. Here's your Ford stamp on the hood. Ford stamp on this fender. Ford stamp on the core support. Stickers where they go. Perfect under the hood. All right, let's see. Window. All right, let's do the seat back. Actually, let's do the paperwork before it all blows away on me here. Let's see. Kelly Blue Book for an 05. This is wrong. It's an 8-foot bed. But it doesn't change the Kelly on it at all. But I just don't want people to think they're buying a short bed when they're not. 130,894 is the miles. Typical listing price, 16,653. With a range of 13.7 to 17.5. All right, here's the Carfax. Okay, there's your VIN. History of events affecting this vehicle's value. They blend the Carfax and the Kelly Blue Book, the history of the vehicle, and the Kelly together, and they come up with a, after it has a salvage title, value of 14,120. Salvage brand, that's due to theft. Vandalism, that's due to the column being busted up, ignition being broken. All right, here's your VIN here. Salvage, vandalism, I already explained that to you. All right, so it was born in Las Vegas right here, okay? Getting serviced very well, which obviously this truck was very well taken care of. That's painfully obvious. I mean, it was there every 3,000 or 4,000 miles up to 50,000 miles, and he keeps doing it. 66, 70, 75, 75, blah, blah, blah. 80. Yeah. Did a vacuum pump here at Diesel Specialist at 85,000 miles. Stolen 211 and recovered 212. So they just didn't want to fix the column, I guess. I mean, gosh, insurance companies are crazy. That's why our premiums are so high, that they sell these things. If they sold this thing on a clear title, it'd be $17,000 or $18,000 they would have gotten for it over that column. Anyway, here's the VIN. This is the actual title we have. It's from Geico. It was issued to Geico 4/6 of 20. It's a salvage title. They signed that title over to Wheel Kinetics with 130,894 miles on 5/4 of 20. Okay, so now you've seen all the paperwork. There's your recovered seat cushion. Let's see. I guess it was all the way back already, huh? And back, down, up, tilt, down, tilt up, down. Going on there. Headliner looks great. The interior of this truck looks even better than the exterior, and the exterior looks great. Make sure I'm not locked out. Window. This is a nice truck. I've done probably, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 6.0 videos in the last 10 years, maybe more than that actually. And I know them. I like this one. This one is one I'd like to tow my boats to the lake in. This is a cool truck right here. Not scary at all. And I like vehicles from Vegas. They don't have a whole lot to off-road there. There's no reason to go off-road. There's no trees, there's nothing. so people don't go off-road. They always use their big trucks for towing fifth wheels and boats and stuff to Lake Mead or Powell or wherever. So they really stay on concrete. They don't go off in the dirt like they do here in Arizona. Almost all of our lakes out here have to be driven on road and dirt and gravel, and it's not good. Vegas, not so much. Here's all your mirrors working up and down. See forward, back, up, down, tilt up and down, tilt up and down. Pedals up, pedals down, tilt wheel. Let's get some air conditioning, man. It is freaking hot. It's almost 100 today. I mean, it's not really that hot for us, but it takes a week or two of 100 degrees to get used to it. But I'm not there yet. All right, 130,900 miles. Radio on.
Professionals like.
All right, that's manually. Now we're using the steering controls. Change stations. All right, so radio works fine. Manually, air conditioning, fan up and down, temperature up and down. Then we're going to use the steering controls down, up, temperature down, which is where I want it. Let me turn the fan down so you can hear me a little better. Tow on and off, right? Here's your, there you go, here's your back glass. Let's see, what else? We have cruise control. You can only do that on a Ford when you're moving. There's your windshield wipers, right? Boom. What else we got going on here? Let's put it in neutral. Put it into 4 low. We'll go 4x4, low range. There it is. Put it in drive. That's definitely 4 low. That's granny gear. All right. Then we'll put it in reverse. Let's see what the God, this is really granny gear. Let's see if we have parking sensors that function. Yep. There's your parking sensors. All right, and then let's see, let's go to 4 high. So 4 low goes away. Drive. And reverse. That's a little quicker than the 4 low. All right, let's see. Now we're in 2-wheel drive. Let's go for a ride. Let me open the gate. All right, if you come to Tucson driving home, obviously you need plates and insurance. You can get neither on a salvage title. We have to take this truck to the police and get what's called a level 3 inspection done. Once we get that, we take their inspection and the salvage title we currently have and exchange it at Motor Vehicles for a restored salvage title. Once we have a restored salvage title, we can issue you temporary plates to drive home with, and you can call your insurance guy and get insurance. We also have a $250 dock. That's $200, by the way, to do the restore. Then we have a $250 dock fee, and then we have taxes. Taxes are your state tax rate, whatever that is, plus our city of 2.7%. The total being like this: your state tax plus our city of 2.7, $250 dock fee, $200 restore the title. Very simple. Now, if you're going to pay by wire, I'm going to jump on a little bit. If you're going to pay by wire and ship out of state, all you're obligated to pay is agreed upon price. However, if you do want us to restore the title before it ships out, let us know at the beginning, and we will get the title restored. That'll be $200 added to the price. Okay. If you are going to pay by wire and ship out of state, once we receive full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We will sign it off to you, scan it in your online file so you'll be able to see it immediately. And then we'll mail it to you. We even scan in the envelope, we mail it in. Transparency. Everything's up front and quick. All right? You will have the truck shipped to you. The title will already be in your mailbox before the truck shows up. Once the truck shows up, you take the mail, the title from the mail, and the truck that just showed up by your shipper, go get plates. It's simple. If you need help with shipping, let us know at the beginning of the transaction, and we will be glad to help you. We can either do it for you, or we can give you some phone numbers. A lot of our customers have bought from us many times. They know how to do it themselves, and you're welcome to do that. In fact, that would be nice. Sometimes it's challenging dealing with shippers. Sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it's not. Deposit. Once we have agreed upon price, please get your $500 deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it will stay for sale. Last part of every video, I say the same thing every single time. We don't have salesmen. We don't have bottled water with our name on it. We don't have a lounge to hang out in all day. We don't have a fancy location. All that stuff is something you pay for when you go to the auto mall. They also know at the auto mall that when you buy a vehicle from them and something doesn't work, you're going to come back and say, fix it. So you're paying for that too. They charge more money for the privilege of maybe bringing your vehicle in for a window motor or an injector or a radio or whatever. They want to be paid for that before they sell it to you. So they charge you for that, okay? So we don't do any of that. We don't charge you for the location or bottled water or salesman or future repairs, because guess what? We're not fixing your truck. This truck is sweet. It's a beautiful truck. But I'm not Nostradamus, and I do not know when it's going to decide to take a crap, okay? I would say, based on no blow-by, based on the Carfax, based on the condition, based on somebody just spending $1,500 on tires, based on a lot of things, change the oil, change, you know, the filters, and it'll go for another 200,000 or 300,000 miles without a problem. But you never know. Maybe one day it'll need an injector, or maybe it'll need a, who knows? Who knows? But if it does, you're going to be the one fixing it with your money. That's how we roll. We don't have a single car on our property. You know, for that, we have razor wire, we have night vision cameras, we have meth heads walking around at 3 in the morning, cops chasing them all over the place. That's what we have. All right, that all keeps the price down, so that and the title keeps the price down too. You know, being a salvage title saves you several $1,000s. You're saving a bunch of money for many reasons. Just assume that some of that money that you're saving will have to go towards a repair sooner or later. On this truck, I would say a lot later, but you never know. We don't want to BS people. We want people to know how we operate, and we don't want any hurt feelings. All right? Anyway, really nice truck. Thank you for your time.